The decision to end Russian gas transit via Ukraine, or rather not to renew the contract, because that's the issue. The issue is the contract finished. The 5-year contract was up, it wasn't renewed, and therefore the gas stopped. This marks a historic shift in Europe's energy landscape, and while the immediate effects are felt most acutely in Eastern Europe, the broader implications touch on energy security, geopolitics, market volatility. And in the 2020 transit deal, which allowed Russian gas to flow to Europe through Ukraine, even in the middle of the war, and that Ukraine upheld this agreement, adhering to international law and maintaining ties with EU nations heavily reliant on Russian gas, that has now stopped. And in return for that, Ukraine received about €1 billion annually in transit fees, useful though modest for its state budget. That has stopped. But as Europe pivots away from Russian energy post-2022, the deal's significance dwindled anyway, and flows through the pipeline dropped to just 5% of EU imports. The immediate impact will be on Slovakia and Hungary, long reliant on Russian gas. They face the greatest challenges. Slovakia, which depended on Russia for 60% of its gas, must now scramble for alternatives. Hungary, with an 80% dependency, will likely increase reliance on Turkstream and the LNG imports. Moldova, including its breakaway Transnistria region, has declared a state of emergency, and Transnistria has already cut heating and hot water supplies. The benchmark TTF price rose to €50 after the pipeline closure, a stark contrast to the 2022 peak, but a reminder of market fragility. Italy and Germany may need to divert gas supplies to assist Eastern Europe, exacerbating strains. The ramifications globally, with its share of the European gas market plummeting from 35% to under 10%, Russia's revenue from Europe has now been slashed. And Gazprom reported a $7 billion loss in 2023, its first since 1999. The pipeline shutdown further isolates Moscow from a market it once dominated. By refusing to renew the deal, Ukraine underlines its commitment to cutting off Russian war funding, and President Zelensky's condition that Russia receive no payments until the war ends signals Kyiv's strategic priorities. The pipeline's closure accelerates Europe's diversification away from Russian gas, and LNG imports from the US and Qatar, as well as increased reliance on Norway, have reshaped the continent's energy mix. While the EU has bolstered LNG capacity, these imports are costly and subject to global competition, and the Turkstream pipeline offers limited capacity, insufficient to replace lost volumes entirely. Higher transit fees and reliance on alternative routes such as via Romania or Poland will raise costs for Eastern Europe, and Slovakia alone anticipates $177 million in additional expenses. European gas markets, European gas networks must adapt quickly, ensuring flexibility and resilience, and countries like Austria and Slovakia will need further investments in storage and interconnectors. Although less directly affected, the UK remains tied to European energy markets, and gas price fluctuations could marginally impact wholesale costs, potentially influencing Ofgem's price cap from April. And again, you sort of wonder why we abandoned our storage facilities. But Britain's increased wind power capacity, a potential record source of electricity in 2024, mitigates its reliance on gas. The closure of the Ukrainian pipeline is a symbolic and practical blow to Russia's energy leverage. For Europe, it's a step towards independence, but also a reminder of the fragility of its energy security. Collaboration, innovation, and investment in renewables will be critical in navigating this transition, ensuring reliance and resilience in the face of geopolitical, global, and economic pressures.